Okay.
floor.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Hilary. Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Okay, thank you. Well, my name is Stefano Alaimo. I work for GME, the Italian Energy Exchange. We organize and manage electricity market and gas market. Of course, this presentation will be concentrated on gas market and especially on LNG regasification capacity market and the gas spot market, just to show you the latest trend here in Italy. I will start from the gas spot market, just to give you an overview on how this market developed in the latest period in Italy. And in the second part, I will concentrate on the LNG regasification platform that we developed since 1 year and a half ago. So, the gas spot market in Italy, we manage the main platform, which is the day-ahead market and intraday market. We experienced a big increase in volumes since the beginning of 2017, and I will show you a slide later on this trend, because of the new balancing code in Europe that forced the TSOs to find balancing resources in the market platform. So Snam Rete Gas, which is the Italian TSOs, came into our platform and started in trading and finding resources to balance the market in this market platform. And it's, of course, helped operators to come in to find some liquidity that previously were not there, and the market started in increasing liquidity. So in the day-ahead market, we offer 3 days in advance product. You can start to trade 3 days in advance the day gas, and of course the trading will continue up to the day traded. Intraday will happen from 6 o'clock in the morning to 2:30 a.m. on the day after, and from 2:30 to 6 the market is closed, because TSOs will have to manage all the systems regarding the virtual hub point. We also offer the local products market, so-called MPL, which is a kind of on-demand market. In case the TSOs will need to resolve some local issues on the grid, we'll call up for a dedicated session. We, of course, advise operator in advance in order to let them knowledge of this session in which they can participate according to the need of the TSOs. We also organized a platform for gas stored gas, in which the owner of the gas storage can offer the possibility to trade gas storage, and forward market also, which didn't experience so much volume because of the system of guarantees that we ask. We do not have a clearinghouse, so we ask for bank letter guarantee or cash deposit in order to guarantee forward position. That might be in some case quite heavy for the operators, but in the last period we experienced also an increase in that market because of the increased liquidity in the spot market. So operators can trade both on the spot market and on the forward market to hedge their position. This is the trend that we experienced, as I said before, in the spot market since the beginning of 2017. And yes, we also introduced a couple of measures that help to increase liquidity. I said before that the main increase was due to the participation of TSOs in the marketplace, but we also introduced a market-making activity starting from February 2018, and there are 10 operators that are eligible to get the, let's say, the nomination for being market makers, and they can fulfill their commitment in two ways. The first one is to guarantee 2 hours out of 4 in the period starting from 2 o'clock in the afternoon up to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. If they show bids and offer no more than with 0.5 euro of spread between the bid and ask, and with a size of the offer that is no lower than 500 megawatt hour per day, they will fulfill this, let's say, commitment, and it is not mandatory in the sense that they will not be penalized, but they will be rewarded if they meet the target. In the second way they can fulfill the commitment is to make at least 3 transactions, always respecting the minimum, the maximum spread of €0.5 between bid and offers. So if they show their offers, the bid and offers, and they hit the other side, that trade will count for the commitment. If they reach 3 trades, the commitment is fulfilled. And also here in this slide, you can see the increase on the volume, either on the day-ahead market where the market makers are operating. We didn't foresee at the moment market making in the intraday market session, because in that session Snam Rete Gas, the Italian TSOs, is operating let's say 100% of the times. So they didn't operate usually in the day ahead, but they prefer to find resources to balance their grid in the intraday. So we are sure that there are a minimum volume guaranteed by the TSOs, so we concentrated in trying to increase the liquidity on the day-ahead market. Those are trends in the G-3, G-2, G-1 volumes, which is quite interesting. Of course, the upper line is the intraday market, which registered the highest volumes between the 3 markets. We also provided the possibility to connect the system with Triport, so all the users of Triport can use Triport platform to trade on our spot market, which is quite important. It has been introduced in year 2018, at the beginning of 2018, and it also helped to increase liquidity. So let's now go to the platform for allocation of regasification capacity. In Italy, there are 3 terminals for regasification capacity: Adriatic LNG, OLT, and GNL Italia. So those 3, before the organization of this platform, organized, let's say, private auctions to allocate slots for regasification capacity. Starting from last year, those allocations will happen through a market mechanism, and GME is providing them the facilities, the platform, to organize these auctions. It is not a standardized market. So we organize 3 different market segments, because each of the 3 companies has different needs. They want to allocate tailor-made products. They want to organize auction in different times in the months, in the year. So it wouldn't be possible to organize a common market for all of 3 of them, but we organize different segments in order to accommodate their needs. In general, the 3 of them are allocated long-term capacity, annual and multi-annual capacity. There is an ascending auction, which is the rule provided by the EU regulation Article 17. There is also the allocation of the capacity during the thermal year, and the market model is a pay-as-bid auction. Residual capacity in the thermal year, and also here the market mechanism is a pay-as-bid auction. And at the end, there is also the possibility to allocate the regasification capacity no longer available in auctions. So when the auction is performed, there is still capacity to be allocated. There is this last possibility to allocate the capacity. And the market model here is the first come, first served process. Again, I will not go into the details because everyone is organizing a bit different way. So I'll give you just the main principle. Last slide is just to show which are the outcomes in the 2018 and 19 allocation for the 3 companies. And there are, starting from the left of the slide, there is yearly auction results referred to year 2021, 2020, infra-annual auctions, and first come, first served auction. The volumes are a bit bumping, let's say, and also the prices, with the exception of Adriatic LNG first come, first served, was between 0 and 10 euro megawatt hour. There was a spike for this auction due to contingent reason on that period. But at the end, I mean, the market mechanism is quite working, and if you consider the whole context, we are trying to support the market mechanism philosophy in Italy, and also for regasification capacity and for the spot market. I mean, I would say that it's quite working. We of course hope that this will attract new operators and make this market more efficient, more liquid, because at the very final stage, the efficiency of those markets will be translated in less cost for final consumers. So, thank you, and if you have any questions, I'm here.